to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm taking a page out of A Light's book. Just sit there with sunglasses on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Sammy Gravao getting involved with the drug business with his family once again. This is part 2, but we're going to throw some snitch dust on it with these other mob rats, you know, the ones that love the attention. So we're going to give it to them, especially this one. Oh, yeah. The tough guy of Howard Beach. I did this to the door. Oh, yeah, you're on the chopping block today. So I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. Tony, what's going on? Ivan, how are you? Good morning, Salvatore. John, what's going on? Yas, we got Mike in the building. Gerbo, what's going on? Slayer of Mob 2. Shout out to you, man. You guys are all great. Thank you for snow plowing. The king of Florida, 100%. Like, that shows you Sewage Lips. His name should be Sewage Lips. But anyway, we got some funny videos to watch today. Sammy Gravao did a live Monday, and I went over it. So I got that for you guys today. But before we get to Sammy Gravao's live, let's take a look at Sewage Lips.
I guess people really just don't know me yet, that I just, call people out on their bullshit, because now you were sucking Sammy's balls now. But meanwhile, you was talking bad about him all over the internet. When he's away, you don't deal with rats, this, that, now you want to kiss his ass. Now you're trying to side up with him. Pick a side, bro. I'm always going to call you out. I don't care about no one or nothing.
And that's why your ass is going to go back to prison. Welcome to prison, Gene Barillo. He loves it there, He loves being around other men. He just loves the atmosphere. He loves everything about it. So, hey, I'm sure Florida will give him exactly what he wants. It's all good. Now, let's get to the main topic. Sammy Gravao and his whole group of flunkies that know nothing about the mob. Really? Really, Sammy? Watch this. It's fucking cringy.
Guys, here we go. Monday.
Shit, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Raven. Really sorry to hear that. It's terrible. That's a really hard thing to deal with, especially around the holidays. Try to watch this loser and try to get some laughs. Damn, that's terrible. My prayers are with you and your family.
Hey guys, here we go. Monday.
Hey guys, I'm still alive, sitting in my diaper for the last 10 hours. Crazy.
Hey guys, here we go. Monday. Missed you guys last Monday. I was on the road a little bit and I couldn't make it, and I have another announcement to make.
He has another announcement to make. He shidded his pants. Craig Gatto, what's going on? Shout out to the Reality Report. Gene will be in PC again. Maybe they'll put him in General Pop and he could get the attention he so greatly deserves. I know if he comes up to New York, he'll get the attention he deserves. What's going on, Jeremiah? How you doing? Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Darren, what's going on? Yeah, that's terrible. It's terrible you lost someone around this time of year. I lost my uncle right before Christmas last year. It was like I was shocked. And it's just something you don't want to go through.
that, I asked all you guys about, doing a plastic surgery and nip and tuck. And
so if you guys don't know what Scrammy's talking about, he got plastic surgery when he first went on the run from the mob because they were going to kill him. He got plastic surgery the first time, and now he's talking about he just got it again. Get a little nip here, a little tuck here. Is that normal? I don't think so. Let's check it out, what he got to say.
everybody said no. My family, everybody. And I did it again. I got my nip and tuck. So the guy was great. This is
Paul, what's going on?
what you're seeing right now.
He got his nip and tuck from Fernando down the road in the other storage unit he's living in.
This is a week away. I got some stitches out this morning.
I got some stitches out this morning. Where'd you get the stitches out of, Sammy? The lower end? Did they rip you open, Sammy? Jesus Christ.
I asked all you guys about, doing a plastic surgery.
Bobo Camp,
nip
how
and
are
tuck,
you?
and everybody said no. My family, everybody. And I did it again. I got my nip and tuck. So the guy was great. This is what you're seeing right now. This is a week away. I got some stitches out this morning, and Wednesday they'll take the rest of them out. There's one or two little more procedures, and I'm done. I didn't want to look 40 when I'm fucking 79. I wanted to look 68, 69, a little refreshed. I'm going to do a lot of interviews in the near future, from what I understand. I'm going to do a lot of interviews because people are so infatuated with me telling on John Gotti. They think I'm still a gangster. Fucking insane, man. So I wanted that refreshed look. That's all I wanted. And I got it. And I jumped into it. This is the holiday season, and I'm on fire. I love it. He loves it because this is when he killed Paul Castellano. He absolutely loves it. And listen, all you Sammy simps out there, and there's been quite a few of them. These guys do have some supporters, but they're whack as hell too. Fuck him and his supporters. How about that? Good things are happening, and my team is taking off. And my team? You mean the teenage girls that you fucking manipulate into thinking you're a mob boss? What the fuck? There's a few things. I'm gonna make Amina make an announcement. You mean your girlfriend? About we're gonna be shot. So some people are gonna be gone. Mostly everybody will be gone, but me. How are you gonna wipe your ass, Sammy? How are you gonna get your diaper changed if they're gone? So Amina, tell them what's going on.
Hey boss, how was your weekend?
Very.
She calls him boss. You hear that shit? Hey boss, how's your weekend? Ready? Listen to this shit. Good things are happening, and my team is taking off, and there's a few things. I'm gonna make Amina make an announcement about we're gonna be shot. So some people are gonna be gone. Mostly everybody will be gone, but me. This fucking guy can't talk either. He's like Marble Mouse Cali. He said, I'm gonna make Amina make this announcement. Listen close. So Amina, tell them what's going on.
Hey boss, how was your weekend?
Very good.
Good? Okay. Well, so everybody, just a couple of announcements real quick before we get...
How was that cocaine drip you just sniffed in, Sammy? We all know he likes the booger sugar. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Be careful what you say, Staxx. Sammy the cyber nude looking for you. I don't give a flying fuck, man. Bring it on. I go anywhere I want in this country with my head held high. I don't hide from no one. Not a fucking soul.
Into questions. The last day to place your orders to receive them before New Year would be Wednesday, the 20th. So make sure you guys put that in there before Wednesday. Also, we're going to be closing the office and being on hiatus until January 2nd when we return. So
you're telling me that Sammy's not going to get his ass wiped until January 2nd? That's pretty tough, man.
You guys email or put in orders or anything, just know that you probably won't get a response or your packages until after the new year. You ready?
Yes. Very, very good.
And on that note.
And on that note, really, we're going to start up with, there was a couple of things that were not answered. So I'm going to start with that as usual first. So ask me the questions that weren't answered.
Yep.
Sammy looks like he smells like Desitin.
Let's get into that. Okay, so we have Mr. Teninova. Sammy, do you like Christmas? And what was Christmas like when you were in the mob? What types of foods did you guys eat? What did you guys do?
Listen, I love Christmas. It's a great holiday. The kids, family comes in from all over, uncles, cousins.
You know, I had to lie to my wife's family about killing her brother. You know, around Christmas time, we all laugh it off and act like nothing ever happened. Ha 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 ha. Merry Christmas. I killed your brother, by the way. How did that work? Did you keep a straight face when you looked your wife in the face and knowing you killed her brother when she was crying and shit? Did you, Sammy? Just love that time of year, huh? When she's missing her family. Insane.
The way it was for us. Food, I mean, it was nonstop.
Damn right it's scripted questions, because I tried to get Scammy to come on and have a little conversation with me, and he wanted all the questions to be scripted. All of them. Nope. Ain't going down like that. So, listen, if they're not playing by my rules, then you got to go. I don't know what to tell you. Scammy is not the end-all, be-all to anything. None of these guys are.
We would sit at the table, Italians, a lot of people sit down for hours on end. There's an antipasta, then there's pasta, then there's meat, and then there's this and that. There's not peanuts, it's the other thing, chestnuts, you know, and fruit that comes out, a little bit of wine. Italians making their wine down the basement. So
yeah, it's like he's giddy about killing his boss. Watch, I think he starts talking about that. He gets like fucking giddy about it too. He's not in a dungeon. He's in a fucking storefront that makes it look like he's in a dungeon. He's in a storefront, man, with the blacked out windows. It's crazy. Rest in peace to Alan Kaiser. This kid's family needs justice. What about these people around Christmas time? What about the young kid that lost his life due to Sammy Gravao? What about Frankie DeChico's family? Because Scammy conspired with Anthony Casso to kill his own friend, and he succeeded. I honestly believe that he killed Frankie DeChico, 100%. Oh, wait, wrong picture. Is that Grandpa's doll? Is that a doll? No, it's an action figure, Johnny. Action figure.
we bring it out. We know we're not going to get caught on Christmas, so we bring it out. And they're great, great times. Even in the mob, a lot of clubs have their own Christmas parties. One year, Paul Castellano invited me and my wife to his house for a Christmas party.
Listen to what he says. He says he wanted to choke his wife. Listen to this.
There was about 15, 18, 20 guys, plus his family and stuff. It was really, really nice. I think that's the year that I gave him a fucking butterfly. I think of that story. I think of that story. I want to choke my wife.
Did you hear that? Think of that story. I want to choke my wife. You mean your ex-wife? She's not your wife no more, scammy. She left your fucking ass.
So we bring it out. We know we're not going to get caught on Christmas, so we bring it out, and they're great times. Even in the mob, a lot of clubs have their own Christmas parties. One year, Paul Castellano invited me and my wife to his house for a Christmas party.
And then we killed him. And then you looked all his family in the face and acted like you guys had nothing to do with it. Is that right, Scammy?
There was about 15, 18, 20 guys, plus his family and stuff. It was really nice. I think that's the year that I gave him a fucking butterfly. I think of that story. I think of that story. I want to choke my wife. I didn't know what to get her. I didn't have a lot of money, so I went around and we stopped in a place that sold antiques, and there was a big jar full of dead butterflies, but they were all spread out beautiful on branches. It was beautiful. So he says, get her that, she told me. He probably don't get this kind of stuff. He'll love it. His wife will love it. And I'll never forget, I brought it to his house, and when he unwrapped it, he said, "They're dead butterflies?" I knew I fucked up. So there was guys giving them envelopes this big, 20,000, 30,000. I brought them fucking butterflies. So that's one of my butterfly days. And but Paul got used to me with these weird things I would do. So, but it was great, mafia-wise, and everything. It was very festive in everybody's house you went. You know, you went in, you know, you're friendly with guys and their maid guys and their wives and their kids, and it's the only time you really grabbed the wife, hugged her, gave her a kiss. You know she's putting up with a lot. It just was so warm. It was such a good thing. Little pinch on the ass, never hurt. You know, Christmas time, nobody got mad those days. But
Do they decorate outside the home too, or was it?
oh, they decorated. I had a professional guy come in and decorate my whole house. It would cost me. They would come in with the lights, trees, all kinds of things. They would decorate the whole thing. There was 2 years, I think, that my house was actually in the newspaper, the Staten Island Advance. They sent reporters, took pictures of my house and put it in the paper. So it was really done beautifully.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, Dave Van Etten. What's your coffee brand at home? K-cups or a pot? Decaf or regular? You drink a lot, so I thought, you might have found a decent brand, he says.
Yeah, it's in that machine. What's the name of that machine?
It's a K-cup, the Keurigs.
A K-cup.
This guy's a fucking idiot. I get bored even listening to his dumbass shit. So anyway, we're going to get back to that, but I need a change of pace because this guy's just fucking putting me to sleep, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you guys want to help me with the toy drive, we got a couple days left. You can hit up my Cash App. It's Chattin with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats. We got like 3 days left, and that's it. So every single dollar is appreciated. We're going to do some really good things this year. So if you guys can help me help them, that would be great. Staxx is right on Sammy betraying Paul and his family. This is an example of why I support Staxx. Staxx is righteous. Thank you. I appreciate that. For Sammy Gravao to be sitting around these people and he's killing people. He killed his wife's brother. And around the Christmas time, he's sitting around them acting like he didn't do it. It's fucking disgusting. It reminds me of some other people, like the guy up there in Springfield that went over to the social club where he had the guy killed. It's like rubbing it in the family's face. But hey, don't take my word for it.
I will do it again, and I will do it again until I go to prison for the rest of my life.
Is that right, Scrammy? All right, let's get back to the old fucker himself.
and little pods I put in there. I like, believe it or not, I like Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, regular, and I put them in. And
he betrayed more than John Gotti. Trust me. He cooperated against a ton of people. It wasn't just John Gotti. So all this shit about John Gotti betrayed me, and then how come you didn't just testify against John Gotti and that's it? You probably could have. You're the one with the power once you make a deal with the government. You can call the shots. You didn't have to testify against all these people, but you did. And then to add insult to injury, what does Sammy Gravao do? He goes to prison for selling drugs with his family. He gets out of prison and he starts writing letters for Frankie Loke, trying to be his friend again, trying to help him get out of prison. It's disgusting. Everything about this guy is bullshit.
1, 2, 3, it's done. I don't add sugar or milk or anything like that. Once in a blue moon, I'll add a little bit of vodka. I just pour a little bit of vodka.
Right after you sniff a big fat rail, right, Sammy?
It makes it sweet. So I'm not putting sugar or anything like that in it. I must drink 6, 7 of those a day, without a doubt, right?
Easily.
Easily. You hear these fucking broads in the background?
I mean it saying easily because they're buying it, you know. But I like that brand. It's a good brand.
Because they're buying it. Because he can't go to the store on his own. Hey, what's going on, Danny Jerome? Happy holidays, my friend.
Still love going to Dunkin' Donuts, buy their donuts and stuff like that. Now we found another place. What's the name of that place? Bosa. Yeah, Bosa. They make great stuff. Really, really good stuff. But before that, I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts, get coffee, donuts, stuff all the time. So I got used to it. I know there's better brands, fancy brands, and all that bullshit, but I'm not a fancy pants guy type of guy.
I think he's on a coke rant right now. To tell you the truth, I really think Scammy is on a coke rant right now.
Okay, we have a question from John Simp. Sammy, do you still talk to maid guys?
And if you do, listen, man, do you hear this question? Do you still talk to maid guys? Anyone that has any type of contact with any of these people, whether it's Elton John A-Light, whether it's Gene, Sausage Lips, Barillo, Anthony Arulata, any of them, Dominic Sicali, anyone, any maid guy that has contact with any of those people should be shelved immediately. No good.
Yes, I do. I don't say their names because I don't want to put them on the spot.
Well, you're a rat, so you might as well, right?
They're not supposed to talk to you when you cooperate, call you a rat, this, that, and everything. But a lot of guys know my story. A lot of guys know I'm not a rat.
Did you guys hear that? A lot of guys know I'm not a rat, he says. What the fuck? He's joking, right?
People I helped. I used to love going to Dunkin' Donuts, buy their donuts.
Okay, we have a question from John Simp. Sammy, do you still talk to maid guys?
His answer is shocking. And listen, hear me loud and clear. Whoever's in contact with Sammy Gravao, I'll find out who you are. And I'll put you on Front Street. So you better hope Scammy doesn't slip up. Because anyone that's in contact with any of these people, you should be shelved. Or buried.
Yes, I do. I don't say their names because I don't want to put them on the spot. They're not supposed to talk to you when you cooperate, call you a rat, this, that, and everything. But a lot of guys know my story. A lot of guys know I'm not a rat. There's
Yeah. A lot of guys know he's not a rat.
a lot of people I helped, not only while I was in the mob, but after I cooperated. I tested against the government for guys getting out of jail. I'm working now on prison reform, trying to get people out of jail. Bobby Manna, I've been fighting to try and get him out. He's 94 years old. He's got 36 years in prison. So a lot of guys and people respect that. They know what happened between me and John. I don't want to get into that whole story again.
That's a disgrace. He should never. He's trying to help someone get out of prison. Bobby Manna, listen, if he wrote a letter to the court, they'd probably fucking make Bobby Manna do more time. They should rip up Sammy Gravano's plea agreement and make him do the rest of his life in prison. Just a personal opinion. He does not deserve to be on the internet talking all this shit. Neither do any of the other ones. I think one of the stipulations after they cooperate, they should not be allowed to come on here. 100%.
Prayed, and I walked away from the life. I had enough of it, and I walked away from him.
And then I went and sold drugs with the family, you know, because my son had credit card debt, so we just blamed my son. We're going to get into that right after this.
I walked into the government's hands. I didn't think I was going to be in there long because they were the enemy as far as I was concerned, but I got to like them, trust them. I know them for years.
He loves, this guy is insane. He's fucking delusional. Man, he's in denial. 100%. Now he says he loves the government. Like, you can't make this up. He goes from one end of the spectrum to the other end.
Like this, I'll be making calls to a gang of them and their families to wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. A lot of good guys.
Any of these police officers or feds, prosecutors, anyone that had cahoots with Sammy Gravano, they should be in prison with him because they all conspired together. Now they're all writing books together and doing all this shit. It's disgusting. Sammy's day's coming.
Great agents that I met. You know, I was lucky. Maybe I met the cream of the crop. You know, they have a job to do like we have a job to do. As long as they don't twist the stories or try to put people away in a corrupt way, I don't dislike what they do. That's their job. And luckily I didn't deal with any agents like that. And my thing was they would tell me, tell the truth. And that's all we want. We'll never.
Yeah, tell the truth, Scammy. Why don't you tell the truth about killing Alan Kaiser? Why don't you do that? Tell the truth about why you cooperated. But you won't. You're going to sit there in your shitty Depends and tell your fucking lies. You guys are best friends. Elton John A. turned into Sammy Gravano. He wants to be him so bad. He is a rat, so he's like, fuck it, I want to be the king rat, right? Is that what you want, Johnny boy?
Never be mad at you. There's a lot of times that I did tell the truth that hurt their cases. They never got mad at me. They still talk to me. They're still friends, you know. And when they would say, why do you want to, testify for this guy or that guy? I said, because you told me to tell the truth.
Because you told me to tell the truth. Because the government has feelings, right? Yeah, I forgot. The government has feelings. They're a living, breathing entity. The fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't think the guy's involved. I think the charges are bogus. It's not fair. So if I'm asked by the defense, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm actually gonna do a program about some lawyer who worked for Frankie LaCasio. There's a whole story about it. He's a piece of shit.
No, you're a piece of shit, Scammy.
should have had it. He shouldn't even be a lawyer.
You shouldn't even be alive.
John Gotti threatened him not to ask me certain questions. I didn't. The guy got convicted on a murder that he had nothing to do with. And they know, the government knew, everybody knew I was going to tell the truth. And Frankie would have never got convicted on that particular murder. But his lawyers never asked me the question. And it's their fault that he was convicted.
Yeah. So the lawyers are all scumbags, right? You're not a scumbag. You said it yourself. So let's all believe Sammy Gravao, the guy who sells drugs with his own fucking family. Let's believe that guy. Remember this, Scammy? Remember this? Remember this? You put them there, Scammy. You did. You put your whole fucking family behind bars. 9 years your son did. Pulled a gun on your fucking own son because they used your name. Crazy. Oh, we're going to dig deep into the truth. We're going to let them know everything about you, Scammy. About your little hairdresser escapades. Remember this day, Scammy? When you lost all your hair? Do you remember this, Sammy? Do you remember when you first saw this picture, Sammy? I remember what the person told me you said when you first saw this picture of your daughter with her new boyfriend. You were pretty upset, huh, Sammy? Because he was a black guy. Maybe on the next episode, you should explain what you said when you saw that picture, Scammy. Because we all want to know.
Then I helped Frankie. I have documents and stuff, which when I tell the story, I'm going to show the documents. I'm going to show everything.
Frankie Lacasio died in prison because of Sammy Gravao. He died in prison because of this guy. And now he's trying to be the fucking hero. I helped him get out of prison. I got the paperwork and everything. He died in prison because of you. Oh, wait. John Gotti betrayed you, so you have to tell on everybody, right? No, I forgot. It is. It's wild how he gets donations. How these people kick up all this money to him. It's insane. But we got a toy drive going, so if you want to help out the toy drive, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats. And we're going to do some good things for the people in the shelter this year. So if you guys want to help me help them, then donate. If not, then don't.
So
Okay. We have Jimmy.
Oh, you heard that? He just got another sniff of the booger sugar. I used to be on cocaine. I know exactly how it is.
then I helped Frankie. I have documents and stuff, which when I tell the story, I'm going to show the documents. I'm going to show everything.
Mickey Griggs, what's going on, man? Happy holidays. Appreciate you coming by.
So
Listen,
We have
he got a drip. You saw that? He got a drip. Listen close.
Jimmy.
There it is. There it is. There it is, Scammy. You feel that in the back of your throat?
Gift. Hey, Sammy and team. Did the Greeks have their own game?
Yeah. Right when you get that drip, you got to hit that cigar, huh, Scammy? I remember the days. William Steele, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining me this afternoon.
In New York.
the Greeks, I know of a lot of Greeks who are affiliated with the mafia.
His fucking face is numb. See him touching his face like, is my face still there?
Good guys, real tough guys. I don't know if they had their own thing. You got to remember, I know this guy Max who owns Arrivederci, a good friend of mine. These guys were in their countries. They're not mafia guys, but they fought.
They would have nothing to do with you, Sammy, Scammy. They would have nothing to do with you. You are the fucking mega rat of rats. You are the most famous rat alive. Like, you should be walking around. They should implant rat whiskers on your face. That's how much of a rat you are.
When they were in wars with the underground, it's just as much as the mafia, actually more. You're in a war zone. You're fighting soldiers and you're fighting people. And they came to the United States and they've made friends. I'm friends with Max. I'm friends with some Greeks. Real tough guys. They're not mafia dudes, but they're good men.
Bonita Applebum wants to know, hey Sammy, do you have any advice on raising a son alone?
Yeah, have him sell drugs.
Raising your son alone. Now, when he was born, if you didn't get an exchange ticket, that you can't go back and exchange him for somebody else's son, you're stuck. Listen, it's not an easy job for a woman alone. They have to work, they have to cook, they have to clean, they have to take care of a son, they have to do so many things. It's not an easy job. My heart goes out to you. But guys love their moms, and he'll love you. He'll give you a hard time. That's just in him. I gave my mom a hard time. I love the ground that she walked on, and I miss her intensely. So know that that's what'll happen with you.
What about your wife? You didn't love her intensely, killed her brother, and then looked her in the face and acted like you didn't do it. Dom does coke, slurps too. I see it. Probably. Why does he have to keep reminding everybody that everybody's a good friend of his? Sounds pretty insecure, because he is. He's probably the most insecure person ever. I mean, it's the truth. Insecure, Scammy the scumbag. Scammy the scumbag. I got a bad network connection right now. I apologize if it's skipping or anything.
You'll have hard times, but you have to get through that. You know, you're born strong. You're born to have children. You're born strong. Stay strong. I pray for you. If I could ever say anything to you or for you to help you in any way,
give her money. How about that, Scammy? Give her your money. That's how you'll help her. Sammy and his wife still friendly? I doubt it. They got divorced. They're not married anymore. Bobo Camp, great show. Keep up the good work. Definitely, 100%. I ain't ever stopping. Dominic the Marble Mouse of Cali is next on the chopping block.
Would, if you want your son to talk to me, if he's a little crazy, I will be willing to talk to him.
Who on earth would have their son talk to Sammy Gravao? That's what he had his son doing. This, right here. He got his son locked up. Officer Sammy got his own son involved with fucking drugs. And someone's going to go to you for advice about their kids? Whoever that person is needs fucking help. Like, you have people so disillusioned by you. This is what you did to your son, Scammy. You got your son shaking hands with investigators. This is what you did to your son. And look in the corner there. There's your wife. There's your daughter. And the rest of their little friends. Selling drugs that aren't really drugs, right? Ecstasy is not a drug. So by proxy, you're not a drug dealer. That's what you say.
I do that a lot, quite a bit.
Yeah, you do. He lies about everything quite a bit. Here, let's check this out.
Overnight,
Yeah.
month, pill. It costs them. Legit.
Whatever you call
in,
legit
in that way.
in that world. Yeah.
But he's got $7.50 a pill. I'm paying 50 cents. If I tack on $4 a pill, it costs
Remember, he's not a drug dealer. He despises drug dealers.
them $4.50. They're paying $7.50. They're making a fortune.
Millions of dollars.
But I refused.
Yeah.
And my son, I don't know if he told you, he said, Dad, why would you not do it? I said, because the first deal I make, I invest this money, I get it back, I make $4 to $5 million overnight,
Yeah.
month, maybe more. I'm not going to stop. I'm a gangster. I'm a thief. I'm not going to stop. It's too easy. I'm hooked. I will do it again, and I will do it again until I go to prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm out on parole and everything. So I'm not going to make the first move. I want you to deal with it. I'm funding it for you.
What? You heard him. He just admitted it. I want yous to deal it, and I'm going to fund it for you. That's exactly what he just said. Here, let me bring it back just in case you didn't fucking hear it.
I want you to deal with it. I'm funding it for you.
There you go. He admits it. Drug dealing piece of shit.
Quit and come in with me. But unbeknownst to me, they were under investigation for quite a while, almost a year. So when I finally say that to them, I walk smack into a whole investigation.
You probably had the fucking wire on, Scammy. You probably had the wire while you were talking to your son. With you and your best friend, the FBI agents. They're all your best friends, right? You love them people. So you probably had a wire when your son was talking to you about dealing drugs.
The question is, when I got busted for dealing drugs, did I actually deal drugs?
Well, he just admitted it on the last video, so let's listen to him deny it now.
Did I take the rap? It's a great question. It's a complicated question. And they did a whole thing that's coming out in April or May, a whole thing. Talis, a company from England, investigated the whole thing.
And I hope they expose the shit out of you, Scammy.
I don't know how it's going to turn out, but you're going to be able to see that. Now, I'll answer the question as best as I can. No, I never bought drugs. I never sold it. I lent them the money knowing that they were going to buy, not drugs.
Whoa, wait, what? What did he say? He had to stop himself because he was about to admit it again. But he doesn't want to admit it. So he's trying to skate around the question. Let's listen to that again.
I lent them the money knowing that they were going to buy, not drugs.
Not drugs. What were they going to buy?
Drugs is a word that covers a lot of things. It was ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy's not drugs, right?
To me, ecstasy was not a drug that killed. It wasn't like heroin or anything like that. I thought it was like pot. And the reality is, it is. It's a love drug. In other words, everybody loves each other. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, it's not a drug. No one ever died from ecstasy before, right? You didn't go to prison for 20 years for selling drugs, right? Right, Scammy? You delusional fuck. It's a drug, Sammy. I hate to break it to you. And you're a fucking rat. And you'll never be nothing other than a big, fat, fucking rat.
Don't get hooked. So it was a bullshit. To me, I looked at it as a bullshit drug. So it's not an easy job.
That's really sweet, Sammy. Okay,
That's really sweet, Sammy, that you're going to get someone else's kids involved with drugs. That's really sweet, Sammy.
I have a couple of emails real quick, and then we can turn it over. Hey, Sammy. First off, thanks for the birthday message last week, and happy 33rd anniversary to the day for when you and John were arrested in the Ravenite.
Yeah, happy you getting arrested anniversary. The fuck?
This email was sent by Matt. It was December 9th is when he sent it in. So 33rd anniversary to the day on December 9th.
Today.
No, on the 9th. This is when he sent it because last week we didn't have a live, remember?
Right, okay.
So he says, so it's Matt. Matt sends this. He says, hey, Sammy, first off, thanks for the birthday message last week. Happy 33rd anniversary to the day for when you and John were arrested in the Ravenite. After the Castellano hit and the Capos voted John in, did anyone not vote for John? Can I also give a shout out to Amina for being an amazing host and going above and beyond for arranging international post for my signed photo. All the best. Thank you, Matt.
I think Amina's a scab.
She thanks you. I thank you for recognizing my team's work. So I like that.
She must have a strong stomach, though, to change this fucker's diaper.
Getting back to the original question was nobody. He put himself up as running for the boss to the captains. That's the way it's done. There's no captain who opposed him.
You could never be boss, Scammy. Never. They didn't want you as boss. Staxx, you are one of the best YouTube channels. Thank you. I appreciate that. What a celebration, huh? People definitely OD'd on ecstasy pills. These guys are delusional. That's why he was able to get his kids involved with drugs. Because his delusional thinking, he tries to rationalize everything. And it's crazy.
And you got to remember another thing. They knew it was a violent takeover. While they were voting, me and Angelo Ruggiero were in the room. I was behind half of them with a gun. Angelo was behind the other half with a gun.
Fucking liar. I don't know. I think so. Partly because I think you can hallucinate on it, but it's more like a love drug. It's not a drug, It's more like a love thing. Take Sammy's fucking word for it.
I don't think it was a secret that we had guns. I think you would have had to be crazy to say, no, I don't want him to be the boss. I want to be the boss, or oppose him, or get really vocal, because you would have been carried out. These guys are not stupid. So they all voted him in. Whether they liked him, disliked him, you had the fear factor in that room.
Okay, great. We have one last one from Colby. He sent an email asking, did Sammy ever hear anything about JFK and any of his relationships with made guys? Also, another question to branch off of that would be, what did he think of the JFK assassination when it first happened, and how has that opinion changed over the years with more and more information coming out on it?
You're right. Over the years, I knew a lot about it back then. I didn't realize how much I knew. I didn't know what was hearsay and what was truth. Over the years, I've confirmed a lot of things, found out more things. I know a lot about it. Yesterday I was with Patrick McDavid and a group of guys who did work, research on the JFK. They started talking to me about it. I started talking back. One of the guys was completely blown away. He said, Sammy, we have to get together. He took my number, Anna's number, and my number. And he said, we got to get together. He said, between me and you, I think we know exactly what happened.
He took Anna's number and my number. You know, he took Anna's number so that he can call her when I'm sleeping, and we can handle business behind Scammy's back.
So I'm gonna do this either way. I'm gonna do it about the JFK hit. I think I.
Rah, what's up, man? He don't know shit about John F. Kennedy getting killed. What the fuck would he know? Kev said, Kev, I was a sober house. I was in a sober house. Chick fell out and had help him look in the eyes, lifeless. I don't suggest anyone do ecstasy nowadays. Any type of drugs. You never know. You can get fentanyl, you'll be dead. One shot, boom. It's just not worth it. And someone was having a conversation the other day, and they were talking about the healthiest alcohol to drink. There is none. Alcohol is a poison to your body, if you didn't know that. And if you're out there and you're struggling with drug addiction, just know you're not alone. I'm in recovery. I have recovered from the obsession to use drugs or alcohol. And if you need advice, I got your back. I could just tell you on how I did it, and you can take your own journey. But it's definitely possible. You can get sober. You can change your life right now. It doesn't have to be the end.
I know it sounds crazy, but believe me, I have that kind of information and
No, you don't.
history. And then I'm going to do the history of the mafia. So I don't know if I'm going to do it in that part when I talk about the history of the mafia, which is to come on my new website, and or I'll do an individual thing about the Kennedy assassination. It's a dangerous conversation to have. Most people who knew and found out
He didn't know nothing. He's trying to make himself relevant. Now he knew about the JFK assassination. How come he didn't say nothing in his cooperation agreement about that? That's pretty big news, huh? This guy's totally lost his mind. Sniff another rail, Sammy.
So some people are already advising me, Sammy, you know too much, drop it. I did a video on Instagram, I believe it was, and I talk about the JFK thing with some music, the whole 9 yards. And I do know a lot more than I knew back then.
So how is that? How does he know more now than he did back then? I thought he knew what was going on, but now he knows more now than he did when he was in the life. That makes no sense, Scammy. You're full of shit, just like your paintings. Full of shit. You did not paint those paintings. You send them to someone, they paint the paintings, you get them back, and you sign your fucking name on them. You got caught. Your ass got caught out scamming people for money with those paintings. So now you figured out another way to do it. Oh, I send it to the painter, and then they send it back. I do my touches on it, and then I send it off. He says it with his own words. He got caught. He knows what's up. Huge lawsuit was filed against him.
I remember I was 18 years old when he was killed. I never forget it. I was home. My mother called me up. Sammy, what are you doing? I said, I was sleeping. She says, get up. Why?
My neighbor Mary pops pills all day for fun. I call her Mary Poppins.
She said, they just killed the president of the United States. I said, Ma, I got nothing to do with it. She said, I know you dumb bastards. I know you got nothing to do with it. Watch the news.
All right, we're going to go back. We're going to look how old Sammy was when the president was killed. These fucking people are nuts, man.
So I remember I was 18. I remember I was joking. And she
No, he's 18.
As a joke.
And he had something to do with it, right? Because he knew so much information. He was 18 years old, and he knew who killed the president. Come on, Scammy. Just stop, man. Just stop.
She didn't like it.
Yeah, I think
it
so
started
too,
then.
Randy.
I was with the Gambino family eventually. There was a lot of knowledge from that area. Sam Giancana from Chicago, Carlos Masala from Louisiana, Trevor Conti from Florida, and they were talking with Carlo Gambino.
Listen, when Carlo Gambino was alive, Sammy Gravao didn't have dealings with Carlo Gambino. I can fucking guarantee you that. Sammy Gravao was nowhere near Carlo Gambino. 100%. He wasn't even with the Gambinos at that time. Carlo died around 1972, I think it was. Don't take my words exact because I don't have the exact address in front of me or the exact date. But I'll tell you right now. They've been 1976, October 15, 1976. Carlo Gambino did not have dealings with Scammy the scumbag. But now he did.
Carlo Gambino's right-hand man was Tato Arello, and Tato would talk to me. But back then, I just thought he was talking hypothetical bullshit that everybody was talking. I find out through the years, it wasn't so much hypothetical. It was real stuff.
Total bullshit. He saw Carlo from across the street one time when he was 6 years old. He probably said a story about that, right? Did he say a story about that? How he saw Carlo when he was 6 years old? Now all of a sudden, now he was right next to him talking to fucking Tato Arello about who assassinated the president and everything. Get the fuck out of here. This guy's insane. Insane. Listen. Yeah, it was 76. It was October 15th, 1976.
Although he didn't say to me, you know, I'm going to tell you who did it or this, that. He didn't do it that way. But he did talk from knowledge, not just hypothetical stuff. And I know it now. I know it then, but it didn't mean anything back to me then. I heard about the killing of the death of Marilyn Monroe, and it wasn't a death, it was a killing.
Sammy Gravano's description of the Capos voting for Gotti for boss should make the Gambinos worry that they can be easily taken over by their good buddies, the Zips, the real mafia, or the Ndrangheta. James, how you doing? 100% bullshit for clicks. 100%. We got James. We got another James. Mike, how you doing? Darren, what's up? Salvatore. Kev, what's going on, man? Mickey Griggs. We got Randy, David. Spirit in the sky. How are you? Don't forget, we got a toy drive going, and we're almost out of time. So if you guys want to help me, help them, help you, then donate to the toy drive. You can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Or you can go to PayPal, Venmo, Super Stickers, Super Chats. I think we have today's Tuesday. We got 3 days left. So we're not looking for thousands of dollars. We're just looking for enough to get some nice things for these kids. Because everyone deserves to have a good Christmas, right? Let's get back to it.
I remember as a kid, I loved Marilyn Monroe like every other young boy.
Now he knows about Marilyn Monroe. Let's hear the bullshit, Sammy.
And I said, Tato, we killed Marilyn Monroe? Why would we do something like that? And he explained that to me.
Italian Stallion, how
clarity.
are you, man?
I understood
Darren, what's going on?
Now I understand exactly what he was saying, and I actually know who killed him.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sammy. All right. Just a quick shout out to Rudy and everybody in this chat. I see all of your chats coming in. Just want to remind everybody to please be respectful when you're in the chat. And I will now turn it over to my beautiful Anna.
My bad. I had a phone call. Not everyone, Staxx. Sammy deserves a terrible Christmas. Yes, he does. They should rip his agreement up and throw him back in prison for Christmas. Merry Christmas, Scammy. One of his little girlfriends is leaving. Here comes the new one.
Playing musical chairs over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is that what you sing when you're changing his diaper?
Here's Sammy.
Hey, John, what's going on?
Yeah, that was a fascinating conversation at the table yesterday with Patrick and his team. Thomas, that guy is
Yes, Anna came to me, by the way, came with me to the meeting. We
Came to you, came with you. Listen, this guy, I think he has, what's that shit when you forget? He definitely has that. Dementia. He has dementia, 100%.
took some pictures, we put them out. Did we put them out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we put them out. You'll see Patrick Davis, partner. She's another thing. I never knew he had a partner all these years.
Speaking of that, Salvatore, I've been telling you guys about the ADX thing I've been working on. I got something good for you guys. So I'm going to give you an early Christmas present. Check this out. Here is the intro for the new show that I'm going to be doing. Unit at Florence houses 300. The Supermax unit at Florence houses 337 male inmates as of October 27, 2023. Terrorists, organized crime members, El Chapo, where a lot of these people call home, and they will call it home for the rest of their life. The only way they're getting out is in a bag. These are the faces of ADX Supermax. That's going to be dropping probably next week. Some bad dudes in that place, hell yeah. He's got Alzheimer's. It's got to be dementia, Alzheimer's. He's got something going on. Because this guy, he's going on these fucking crazy rants of people. Listen, it's 23 and 1, I think. No, I think it's 24 hours a day you get locked up there. You don't get free time like that. Every time you don't even leave the cell, I don't think. You sit You sit there and eat your meal in the cell. You read the letters off the fucking TV in the cell. It's a black and white TV. It's a cement bed with a little tiny mattress on it. The shower is in the cell. You got to push the button for the shower and the water dribbles out. So all that shit Sammy was talking about, that he was talking to people through the vents and all this shit, total bullshit. It's not even possible. The plumbing's not connected to each other. They have that place so secure that there's no way that the shit he was saying is true. And I got somebody who was there. He was the person. He was a low security inmate. He was allowed to walk them halls because he was the inmate who would hand out the meals to the people in ADX. And he's seen them all. They would try to talk to him, and he would have to be like, no, and ignore them because the cops would have locked him up. But he was a lower security inmate, and he was able to have contact with all these guards, and he was able to walk the halls and see these people. And he tells me quite a bit. I think Peter Gotti was there, if I'm not mistaken. But El Chapo, bunch of different people, and we're going to get into those stories. It's a pretty good series I'm working on. Let's get back to it. Remember, if you guys want to help me out with this toy drive, hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or Super Sticker, Super Chats, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Trying to give these kids a good Christmas this year. We only got 3 days left. So I need you guys to help me help them.
I met him for the first time yesterday, and a whole bunch of real heavyweight guys. We had a great conversation. We were in a great restaurant. We had brunch, the steak, and everything was great. I mean, the food was good. Being together was good.
Good thing you're not good. Because something's got to be good, because you're not.
I really like Patrick a lot. We talked about Michael Franchise. He asked me a lot about him. I said, listen, we're good friends.
And he's good friends with the Gottis and Sammy Gravao. So make that make sense to me. Does anyone have a clue of what the fuck he's talking about? How is Sammy Gravao friends with Michael Franchise and Franchise, the biggest rat on that side of the Mississippi River? Here, let's check it out.
You were a rat. It's the worst thing in the world. Today, you're a YouTube star.
But
yeah, you are, huh? You're a YouTube star now. Your daddy raised a bunch of rats. That's what happened over there. Look at this one. When a stand-up guy raises rats.
But enemies. And that kind of started me, thinking a little bit, because I knew my ways weren't pleasing to the Lord. And it was almost as if, God spoke to me and said, well, if they are, I'll take care of your enemies. And kind of worked out for me. Okay. Number one.
Yeah, because you cooperated, you scumbag. And then you made a deal with the Persicos. You gave them millions of dollars so they wouldn't kill you. Think I don't know the information? Oh, you don't know about what I did with the top brass. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Michael.
And this one is Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Reminder, because we are who we hang out with.
What did he just say? We are who we hang out with. And who does he hang out with?
With the wrong crowd, chances are you're going to go the wrong way. They're going to influence you in the wrong way. When I was in the mob, my oath, right? I followed that path. I tell them that all the time, and I tell them the path you follow is going to be who you are accountable to in life. Again, I was accountable to my oath and to my boss, and I was a criminal. Now I'm accountable to God, my family, people that care about me, want me to do the right thing, and I'm on a much better path. So, and you got to remind yourself of these things. You know, it's not just taken for granted. And like I said, so many distractions in life. If you don't stay to your core, you could easily drift off.
There you have it. That's how we're going to end it. Michael Franzese, always a pleasure whenever you come.
Yeah, it's not a pleasure, Franchese. You're a fucking rat. You're the furriest rat of them all because you lie about being a rat. This one's pretty slimy too.
I guess people really just don't know me yet, that I just, call people out on their bullshit, because now you were sucking Sammy's balls now. But meanwhile, you was talking bad about him all over the internet. When he's away, you don't deal with Raz, this, that, now you want to kiss his ass. Now you're trying to side up with him. Pick a side, bro. I'm always going to call you out. I don't care about no one or nothing.
And that's why you're going back to prison, Gino. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you enjoy prison in Florida. It's going to be great. You're going to be right at home with all your buddies. Oh, wait, you don't know anyone down there, right? You're going to try to impress all these people. Maybe they'll stick your lips right to the wall and see how long you can fucking hang there for. Maybe someone can arrange that for you. Smucker sausage lips. Oh, you need a door pushed in? Don't worry. He works for the ATF now. He's going to be pushing doors in for a little
Warn you, but I'm going to fix it. I did this to the door. Warn you, but I'm going to fix it. I pushed the door in. I pushed the door in. I pushed the door in. I pushed the...
Paying for these women?
Yeah.
Paying for these women?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are they from again?
You're crazy.
Little fucking midget mafia, Joey Molino got something to say about me. Joey, you're 4'2". I see you in Tampa, I'll slap you around. Okay, you're the boss of 3 guys, the Philadelphia Mafia. If you actually be a member in your family, I'd rather be a Latin king. Okay? Get lost, you're an active mob boss on YouTube, you're a fucking clown turd.
Big tough guys. Hey. You guys are all great. I really appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to do a show later on. We're going to have a little Christmas special. And I got a lot of shows that are dropping today, tomorrow, the next day. There's Christine Faria, Randy Couture. There's a whole bunch that are dropping. So stay tuned. It's about to get real. And if you guys like this type of stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And if you want to donate, Cash App's right there. There's a link in the description of this video. We got 3 days left, so let's make something happen. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Remember, don't be a Sammy Gravao.